A teen boy is in critical condition at the hospital after he and other teens were shot while trying to rob a man in Northwest Harris County. Ugochi Aloka joins us live from Rosslyn Street with more on how all this happened.
Woo! Let's go! Now that's what I'm talking about. This is why we got that Second Amendment. Now I already know some of y'all is gonna be pissed off about this because I know that these was just
babies. These was little babies.
And then if they would have lost their lives, you would have had these ghetto moms coming out all like,
they didn't have to shoot them. They did not have to shoot them. They could have just said boo. He was a good kid. He was a good kid. Daytron Tyrion was a really good kid. He gave his life to the Lord and he participated in church when he was just 3 months, okay?
They're not kids, they're not babies, they're criminals. Oh yeah, they're gonna get a real wake-up call when they end up in jail. Man, fam, we can't be going to jail. I hear there be some big old dudes in there. Yeah, and them big old dudes gonna have something else big waiting on you. Y'all farts gonna end up sounding like tugboats. Woo. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man, in which I appreciate you guys doing so. Make sure that you're following me on all the platforms you see above and below. And when you hit this thumbs up button right here, it allows my content to consistently be recommended to you. And if and when you do subscribe to the channel, when you hit that bell notification, it's going to bring up another little box right there that allows you to select all notifications. That way you will be notified whenever I do post a video. So ladies and gentlemen, y'all know it. I don't care who you are, where you're from. When stories like this come out and they come to my attention, I'm going to talk about it. And let me give something out right now before all of y'all start to get in your little crazy fits. Because these some black kids that did. How you know they black, Ty? Because they didn't show them. It's easy. The black guy that was sitting there talking. Yeah, these dudes going to turn out to be black. I could be wrong. Highly doubtful, though. Anyway. I want to bring this story to you guys' attention because I want you guys to hear what happened. I absolutely love this. Check it out.
Yes, Cheryl, really a major with the Harris County Sheriff's Office, says a total of 4 boys ages 12 to 14 years old allegedly tried to rob a man at Willow Plaza Apartments, which is located directly behind us, right across the street from where we are now. Now, that same man pulled out a gun and started shooting after that happened.
Northwest Harris County, 3 boys are now in the hospital after they were shot during an attempted robbery.
Our Ugochi Aloka joins us live from the scene of that shooting. And Ugochi, you're hearing that the teens are actually the suspects in this case.
Yeah, that's correct, Sherman and Ron. A major with the Harris County Sheriff's Office says a total of 4 boys ages 12 to 14 years old attempted to try to rob a man in this apartment complex you see behind me. Now, that's when authorities say that man started shooting in order to defend himself. If you take a look, this is video of when deputies first responded to this incident just after 10:30 p.m. last night. When deputies got there, they say they found one boy with a gunshot wound. He was rushed to a trauma center in critical condition and at last checked was in surgery. Now, the investigators say 2 more boys were found with gunshot wounds and they were also taken to the hospital. A few minutes later, they say the shooter turned himself in and a 4th teenager was taken in. Now, investigators tell us the shooter says he only shot the boys because they tried to attempt to rob him in his home with guns. Now, neighbors heard the commotion and came outside to see what was going on.
My neighbor right here screamed across the way, "Hey, are you okay?" And I told him, "Hey, this guy's down." So I called the sheriff department and the ambulance to come and pick the kid up. But of course, at that time, I didn't know it was a little kid. And my other neighbor came and held his hand and was talking to him and consoling him, you know, trying to keep him alive.
Yeah, and that neighbor you just heard from there, he and along with another neighbor tried to help that boy. The boy they're referring to is the one currently, as we mentioned earlier, in critical condition. Now, coming up in the next hour, the weapons, investigators say they were recovered here on the scene.
Yeah, kids, huh? Kids, criminals. I don't care how old you are I'm so glad. Hats off to the owner whose house is being broken into, Who sat there and let them kids see what it was like to have slugs flying at them? Hats off to that owner. Todd, these are just babies. These are just kids. No, these are just criminals. Learn the lesson. Like he said, where are the parents at? Where's the father? Where's the mother? High probability these kids did not come from a good environment. High probability they didn't come from a two-parent home. And if they did, high probability they didn't have real parents, not very involved parents, definitely not an involved father. Guarantee you that. Ty, you never know. No. You're not understanding what I'm saying. If these kids come from an environment where they did have both parents, they weren't real parents. Because what in the world are they doing? You know what? I'll let y'all have this because I know it's going to be some of y'all that regardless of what happened here, you're going to be pissed off at the fact that I'm talking about these young black kids. Oh, baby. You're going to be more pissed off at that than the fact they sat there and tried to rob somebody. Well, that ain't what we saying. Again, I don't care. If this was me, how old are they? Between 12 and 14? 10 years. 10 years. They're going to come out in their 20s at a good ripe age to where they can be completely reconstructed while they're in prison, correctional center, whatever. Completely being restructured. Since the parents failed at the first 12 to 14 years of their life, we're going to make sure they're going to have the right things the next 10 years of their life. Now, before y'all get all crazy, no, we would try to have it set up to where there's going to be programs in there so we know they were going to be completely restructured on the mental level. Ty, that's so harsh. I do not care. Set an example. Now, within those 5 years, if it seemed like there are some things that's going on, yada, yada, peanut butter, we'll probably let you out on probation to go and apply those things that you learned while you were here in this correctional center / prison. But should you do one thing wrong, you going back in there, we're going to double that time. Ty, Jesus Christ. Yeah, people need to learn, folks. That's me. I know. That's me. I know that some of y'all might have a little bit more mercy and all that stuff to me. That is showing mercy. I'm putting them in that correctional center to save their lives, to reconstruct their minds. Anyway, again, I know I've been hitting on some hard stuff today that's going to make a lot of y'all just feel, oh, cut your pearls. I feel so uneasy, Ty. Told you. Ask how many times my sons have ever been in trouble. Anyway, let me know what you guys all think about this by putting it in the comment section after this video. Do you think those kids got what they deserve? Do you think that the punishment that I said they should have is actually reasonable or not? Let's hear it in the comment section. Don't forget to do what you guys see in that cloud right there if you would, please. And if you would like to see the next video that I will be doing in chronological order, it's going to be up there. Things that I do as a variety on this channel will be right here. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.